Hey everybody, this is the Aggressively Medium podcast with Lee and Josh.
Episode 74.
74.
That's a lot of episodes.
We're just shy of 3/4 of a century of 100. Just shy.
We're almost 3/4 of the way.
Just shy of 3/4 of 100.
Well, welcome back.
Yeah, glad to be back.
Everybody else, welcome back.
Thank you guys for being here. I feel like I'm really close to the camera.
Oh, you're not.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's wide angle lens. It gets all
I don't
of
know
you.
if you guys noticed, but I got to wear my hat backwards this week.
Yeah, because I'm wearing mine frontwards. Because I just got a new hat from Riverside Fly Shop.
In Bug Tussle, Alabama.
It's right outside Jasper.
Yep.
If you are into fly fishing or outdoor stuff,
Go to the west where you can actually do it.
you can do it here.
Okay.
Down below Smith Lake, the trail race of the dam right there. The water is cold enough because the water is so deep, and the water coming out from the bottom of the lake is so cold that it can sustain rainbow trout year round.
Supposedly, it's so deep and so cold that there's catfish as big as Volkswagen.
Everybody
bucks.
says that.
Wow.
But anyways, you can definitely go rainbow trout fishing because the state stocks it, and there is a fly shop there called Riverside Fly Shop. So go check them out.
Bug Tussle.
Yeah, you can go. They've got guided tours. They've got float trips. They got pretty much the gambit. Or you can just go down there with a fly rod and just mess around.
Can you spearfish for them?
Probably. I don't know what
Probably not.
You might need your definitely need your fishing license
And a scuba license.
for that. But actually, so he sent me this hat, and they also sent me a bunch of these bracelets, and so I'm going to give away some of these bracelets this week.
Whoa.
Well, I'm going to give them away next week. But comment on our Instagram or YouTube.
Yep.
And then we will enter you in to the contest, and you can win a snazzy little
Cool.
rubber bracelet that says Riverside Fly Shop, and
Where
then
they say it?
on the inside it says the coolest place to fish in Alabama, Riverside Fly Shop.
Cool because it's cold water.
I guess. But yeah, I've got about 4 of those. So,
Not this one because I just stretched it.
but comment on the video or on our Instagram,
Yeah.
and you'll enter in.
It'll be good.
Stop what you're doing right now and go comment.
Stop. Unless you're driving. Nope. Pull over.
Or just do what everybody else does and text and drive.
Don't do that.
But anyway, go check out Riverside Fly Shop. They are also on Instagram. Go give them a follow.
Sure.
Facebook, all that fun stuff. It's a really awesome spot. Really awesome people that work there and own the shop. I've gotten to know them. Really cool people.
Cool.
So
Speaking of
Alabama,
Yeah.
we went to the County High football game this week.
Yep.
My wife works at County High, so we get free tickets. But they had a thing where like all the Northport Elementary School kids got to line up on the outside of the field and like watch the warm ups and stuff. And so it was fun for Jason to go out and do that. I almost had a heart attack.
What happened?
So every time County High scores a touchdown,
Do they shoot a cannon or
they
something?
shoot a cannon, and it is the loudest cannon I've ever heard in my life.
The only cannon you ever heard.
I've been to like war reenactments and stuff. And heard
War
cannon.
reenactments
Just
as
war.
a kid.
Just war. Not necessarily civil. But when the first one went off, my brain immediately went to somebody blew up a bomb.
School shoot.
Time to get out. Time to go. What's our first? And then
Man.
like I was like already going through all the like, all right, grab him, grab her. We go this way, we're out, and then but everybody else was like, oh.
That's what you need to say
Yeah.
on air, that you'd grab them.
Oh, I would absolutely grab them.
You think?
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. That's what was in my head.
All right.
You calling me a liar?
All right.
You calling me a liar?
Nope.
You better not be.
Well, you just did all kind of stuff this weekend, didn't you?
I did.
What else you do on Saturday?
I went to an MMA fight.
Speaking of stuff you did
Speaking of
this
stuff I
weekend.
did this weekend, On Saturday, we went to an MMA fight, local MMA fight. There were like 6 guys from the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu gym that I go to that were fighting at the event. And we were 4-2.
Oh, cool.
So 4 of our guys won, 2 of our guys lost.
Are those 2 guys kicked out?
Yeah, can't ever come back. Once you lose, that's it.
Yeah.
Can't ever come back. No, I felt like one of the matchups that got lost, it was a big mismatch. And then the other one, the guy, he looked really good. He just got caught. But he was...
When's your fight?
2052 is when they're saying I'll be ready to fight. So
it's a while from now.
it is.
30 years from now, you'll be in your 60s.
But it was awesome. Go check out Cobra Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. If you're in Tuscaloosa and want to get into Jiu-Jitsu, first month's $1. Obviously we're doing something right because we had 4 guys win out of 6. But yeah, so also on Sunday was the Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley fight.
Did you watch it?
I did watch it. And Jake Paul is retired from boxing. Did you know that?
No. Why?
He tweeted
he
the other
got
day.
Knocked out.
I think so. I think he finally realized
that if I fight anybody better than this retired UFC fighter,
well, yeah,
I'm gonna die.
Exactly.
Good.
And so he tweeted like right after and was like, "I'm retired from boxing." But also, it's an interesting thing. People are dissecting the tweet. He says, "I'm retired from boxing."
Go to MMA.
He doesn't say
please.
MMA. Yes. If he does,
he'll get kicked in the mouth.
Ooh.
I just can't wait for him to, and somehow his brother get KO'd at the same time.
Absolutely.
Well, he gets knocked out into his brother. They hit heads.
Well,
over.
his brother had the fight with big time boxer guy. What was that guy's name?
Mike Tyson?
No.
Oh, Mayweather.
Fought Mayweather, and dude, Mayweather could have killed him.
Yeah.
At one point, they were wrapped up, and I'm pretty sure they were like whispering in each other's ear.
He told him chill.
Yeah.
They caught that on video.
Well, so one thing about the Tyron Woodley fight is I think that Woodley wanted to beat him up really bad, but I think he was paid too much not to beat him up really bad. Because there was one point where he knocked him against the ropes.
He was off his feet against the ropes.
Yeah,
I just saw pictures. I didn't watch it.
He knocked him good. And so, in my mind, any fighter is going to jump on that.
Right.
I mean, even we went and watched a bunch of amateurs. Some guy gets wobbly, you run in. That's your time to shine. You start knocking the snot out of them. But
they said we'll give you an extra if you don't kill him.
Probably,
because he's the one. That's bringing the money to
it can go all 5 or 6 rounds or whatever, however many rounds it went. Yeah. If it can go the full distance, you get extra whatever. But
he started jarring with McGregor on Twitter. Said that Woodley was a better fighter than he was, or whatever. Hits hard or whatever.
He's trying to get a rise out of Conor, and
he's just stirring the
even though he's retired from boxing. So if he is actually retired from boxing, I'm happy about that. I don't want to see any more of the Paul brothers fighting.
No,
The only way I want to see them fighting is if they have both of their hands tied behind their backs.
And we send them to Kabul.
Yes. Yeah.
Get our tanks back.
The newest, good YouTube video idea, Paul brothers. Go to Afghanistan.
See if you can open up that airport.
Yeah. Knock on the Taliban's door.
I'd pay. Yeah. But y'all know who we are?
Yeah.
And then they cut their
I'm
heads.
the best fighter ever.
They cut their heads off. Did you see them hanging the guy from the helicopter?
Dude, so the first thing that I saw...
Are we going to talk about this?
Yeah.
Let's just do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first thing that I saw was saying that they hung somebody.
Yeah.
Like...
From a helicopter.
Like noose and everything.
In the air.
But then I also heard that it was just somebody hanging from like they attached a rope to it and they were just like hanging on. So I'm hearing 2 different reports. And I don't know which one's true. And also, if you watch the video too, you can see the guy like kicking his legs and stuff.
I'd be kicking my legs too
if you are already up in the air. You don't have anything left.
In a hanging, like a old school or like Middle Ages hanging or whatever, the choking is not what kills you.
It's a neck break.
It's a neck break.
Yeah.
So if they just lifted him off the ground without the door dropping underneath him and breaking his neck, you hang there a while.
I don't know. I don't think it would be long enough. Because, okay, I relate it back to, like, jiu-jitsu. If I've got you in a chokehold, it doesn't take long for you to stop breathing.
Sure.
So...
And I mean, that is just a clip of video.
Yeah. There's no
I don't think that
context.
guy was
There's
hanging
nobody.
out. I don't think he was hanging out.
I don't know.
Wouldn't put it past him.
Well, and so this is the thing. And we watched a TikTok a minute ago about this. There's so much information
Right.
that it's hard to tell which one's true. Like, they were saying we left a bunch of military dogs over there. But then now it's coming out and they're saying those aren't military dogs. Those were stray dogs that were like Humane Society over there, and they were left in somebody's care. So like I don't know what to. There's so much information; it's hard to decide what's actually true and what's not. And like I'm trying to do better about that too. Instead of seeing something in like my knee-jerk reaction. So I don't know.
Did you see the video of the lady getting whipped with a timing belt off of a truck? That doesn't seem hard to.
Yeah.
Or that seems hard to disprove.
So
That's
not happening in Kabul. That's happening. Well, so here's what's happening. Is inside Kabul, everybody's chill. Everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. The Taliban is putting on a good face. But in all these other areas where they have control, where there aren't news cameras, they're beating the ever-living fire out of people, and they're killing people in the streets. Yeah. There's a Reddit that's like Afghan videos or Afghan conflict or something. Yeah. If you go down,
you want to get.
There's a lot of graphic stuff on that you can see what's actually happening.
Yeah.
Outside of CNN's lens.
That's their MO.
Yeah, and here's another thing is like the bombing that killed the 13 Americans. They're like, oh, it was ISIS. Dude, you are ISIS.
Yeah.
You're one and the same.
Yeah.
Your goal is the same thing.
Y'all might not have on the same patch on your
like
your
they've got
scarf,
patches.
Or you're not flying the same flag, but you're on the same team.
Yeah.
It's like the Army and the Navy. They're
They're going for the same goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. We left a bunch of equipment over there, but
a bunch of equipment.
Here was part of the.
Well, that's what happens when you don't plan worth of crap.
Well, so that equipment, from my understanding of the situation, talking to somebody who has a decent understanding of what's going on, that was always supposed to stay. It was supposed to be A&A stuff, the Afghan National Army. It was supposed to be their stuff.
They got overthrown in like 6 hours.
Yeah. So it was intended for them.
Okay.
It wasn't intended for the Taliban. But then the Taliban takes control. It's out. Like,
yeah.
What are you supposed to do at that point? And a lot of these, I saw a video the other day that was it was a ex-SF guy, Special Forces, who was dissecting a video of the Taliban, and he was like, look at their like trigger control.
Oh yeah, they don't know how to do anything.
No.
They're good now?
They're great.
Oh,
and so
they used to not be.
Yeah.
Because they would just like hold a gun over a rock and just let it go.
But so what he was saying is these are the guys that we trained. These had to have been the guys that we trained.
Fantastic.
And I don't know if you know this, in Selma, Alabama, they had A&A guys over here, Afghan National Army guys over here, and they were training them how to fly in Selma.
Great.
Thanks,
Selma.
I mean, like nothing ever happened of it, and they were like, it's all well-intentioned stuff, but it goes back to like, to me, should we be should we be the world's police?
Nope.
No. If we see something atrocious happening, should we step in? I think so. because like we're the powerful, we're the country that is the superpower, and we should be helping lesser nations get stuff figured out. But Afghanistan's known as the place that empires go to die. You know,
I'm an isolationist as of now. As an adult, as much as a 29-year-old can be an adult.
I think you're an adult.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any qualms
I'm just
about
saying,
that.
a 50-year-old might not think I'm an adult. But whatever. Yeah. For what it's worth. Granted that this would, unless it hurts, I don't know. I just don't like going. I don't like going and like taking care of places.
Well, the reason that we were told we went over there was essentially we've been there for 20 years, so another 9/11 didn't happen.
Yeah,
we tried to curtail all these things over there so that it wouldn't.
Yeah,
extrapolate into something for us.
We're going to take over, put the people in charge we want there that'll listen to us and do what we tell them to. Set up your government, and keep you safe.
Supposedly,
that's not our military's job. Is to help facilitate government in a foreign country.
Well, when it's overrun by terrorism, like terrorist groups, and you're trying to.
Okay, so as an exterminator, hey, my yard is full of ants, anthills. Do I want you to go kill the? Well, this sounds terrible. I'm just talking.
Yeah.
This is just an analogy, and I'm making it up on the spot, so this might not even make sense.
Okay.
Hey, I am overrun with ants. Now you can either just come and kill all my ants, and then if they come back, they come back. But that's what I'm paying you to do, and I'll figure it out after the ants are killed. But you come in, kill some of the ants, and then like, all right, I'm going to stay here and walk you through how to keep ants out of your yard, but kind of halfway do it. Well, so does that make sense? I don't know.
Yes and no, because like if I'm paying you to get rid of the ants and you don't get rid of the ants, you will stay there.
The ants I got, or ants in perpetuity.
So
you're not ever going to get rid of these terrorist groups.
You're not, but we go over there and we try and train up somebody that can take care of it.
I don't think that's our job.
I mean, whether or not it's our job, we put ourselves in that position. Yeah. We put ourselves in that position, but then we were just like, we're out. That's not the way that should have been handled.
No.
The first thing we should have done is gotten civilians out.
Gotten American citizens out.
American citizens / Afghanis that have helped us over the past 20 years that are about to get their heads chopped off.
Wait on the / Let's get American citizens out.
Sure. Next.
Then.
Number 2. Whatever. It's the same thing.
Next plane. Don't slash it. It's a different next plane.
Anyways. Get Afghanis out. Yeah. That have helped us throughout the years. Then get our equipment out.
Yep. Cargo planes. Take our stuff.
Get all of our equipment out. And then.
Get our soldiers out.
Get our soldiers out. Yeah.
And build a biodome of the United States. Leave out Canada and Mexico and Hawaii and Alaska. Just the 48.
Okay.
And y'all tear yourself to pieces. And we'll see you on the other side.
But then so that's okay. So then we should have never. Then we should have never
over Alaska.
Hold on,
I guess Hawaii because we need the oil.
So we
Alaska.
Never should have went in war and helped defeat Hitler.
No, that's what I'm saying.
But like if we're gonna just say, all right, this is all we do, we're only protecting us now. That's all we care about. But we see this very horrible thing going on over here.
We opened one of the slats of the bubble.
But that's what we did in Afghanistan. We were trying to do in Afghanistan.
All right, 9/11. Rubble.
But
and then we come back and close the bubble up.
This is the thing about Afghanistan is
I'm
Afghanistan
being funny.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Afghanistan was a war that we've never fought before.
We fought Gulf.
Hold on. It was a war that we never fought before because we weren't fighting against a military force.
Yeah.
It wasn't they're in their uniform, we're in our uniform. We're going to weed them out. We're going to go in battle. It was like you go into a town, you don't know if they're Taliban, you don't know if they're Afghanis, you don't know who they are.
Yeah.
And so it's a very different fight than we've ever fought before.
Yeah. And it's been long and
It's the longest war we've ever had.
Somewhat effective, somewhat non-effective.
Yeah. From what I've seen, there's a bunch of A&A guys and
That's the Afghan National Army.
yeah. There's a bunch of those guys in the north right now trying to
Come back. Send them back.
Well, I mean, like they're trying to come back and like defeat the Taliban.
Yeah. Yeah. Good.
But they've got to regroup and see what's going on.
Regroup?
And what they've got and
hope they got tank busters because we left a couple dozen over there.
yeah. And I've seen a lot of reports now that U.S. military people on their way out were dismantling helicopters and
Good.
thermite grenade and stuff. So
Thank God they got my taxes
not
for
usable.
that.
Yeah.
That's great.
But
you're never going to get rid of them.
yeah, you're probably not.
No,
but
you're never going to.
Also, okay, so they take over Afghanistan. Okay, then they go to Iraq. Mm-hmm. And then they take over Iran.
Yeah.
Then they take over Pakistan.
It's a shell game. There's nothing you can do.
And they take over this huge, and now they're a world power. Because they've got the resource of all these different countries. Like, so we can't just go, oh, well, we'll just wait until something else really bad happens again.
You can.
You can, but then that's
tell that to the Ruskies, because that's what we did in World War II. We didn't join that fight till it was almost over.
Yeah, but
I saw something where the Chinese are funneling money into it.
So this is something that I've heard. I haven't vetted this, but it was from somebody who was close to action. Said that China has mineral rights to Afghanistan.
Sure. And
one of the reasons that the Taliban are putting on a good face in Kabul is because they want to seem legitimate. Mm-hmm. And then China can't come in and start mining until we're all gone. And the eyes are off of Afghanistan.
Yeah. Well, and the way it goes nowadays, you give it another month and
we'll forget about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody forget what Biden did and it'll be he's good again.
That's what somebody was talking to me about. Oh, well, they're going to impeach him. They're going to forget about it.
Bro, we're goldfish.
Yeah.
Nowadays.
Delta, the Gamma variant of COVID has hit. And it's just whatever the next.
Delta. Oh, the next one.
The next one. And then it's going to be all in the news cycle.
Or there'll be some big school shooting at a high school in a major city.
We're going to forget about it. We're going to forget.
There's going to be... They probably won't go with another terrorist attack in the U.S.
I hope not.
Well, because that's too close to. It would keep us still thinking about it. Yeah. And like, look, if the people that they let in, they did it, so they'll jump over to something where some homeschool white kid with a mental disorder, shoots a school up. Watch.
It'll be whatever the next news cycle is. We'll forget about it.
Or we forgot about this one. Some white cop's going to shoot a black guy. On camera. Possibly. That's the next. We'll go back to that because they haven't talked about they hadn't talked about defunding the police in a minute. That'll be next. You're playing your cards very close to the vest today.
No.
Yeah, you are.
I am.
You're defending everything about Afghanistan and Kabul.
We feel differently about it.
That's fine.
I feel like we left the place way more of a wreck than we should have.
Definitely.
And my heart goes out to the Afghanis. Like,
yeah,
I've had some conversations recently where people are like, good riddance, and all this. And my heart goes out to those people because we were their only hope.
Yeah.
Like now, because I take that and I go, okay, what if that happened here?
Wow.
Like if there was something that came in and took over, even if it was just Tuscaloosa, some militant group comes in from freaking the hills of Tennessee.
Another Wolverines movie?
Yeah. And they
Red Dawn?
But with rednecks. And they want to take over Tuscaloosa, and they take over Tuscaloosa. Well, they're bringing us out in the streets, and they're killing our wives, and they're beating our children. I don't like that. That doesn't sit well with me, and we've let that happen. We're letting that happen.
Your heart
in Afghanistan.
Your heart's bleeding a little bit over there.
I know. My heart legitimately goes out to those people, and we've also I read a statistic the other day that was talking about the church in Afghanistan, the Big C church, that like it went from 250 people to like 2,500 people in like a couple of days. Yeah. And like those people are going to die.
And go to heaven.
Yeah. But it's.
Yeah. I hear you.
It doesn't sit right with me. That's why
yeah, no kidding.
That's why I have the stance that I do. It's just.
But your stance isn't outrageous.
Huh?
Your stance is like normal.
I know. You're just making fun of me for my stance.
No,
so
your heart was bleeding a little bit extra than normal. Yeah. But
I have a heart sometimes.
So speaking of
my wife doesn't think so.
Speaking of foreigners.
Yeah. Speaking of foreigners.
Speaking of them people.
And foreigners just they like our food.
Yep. So I've got an article from BuzzFeed.
What if that's why all the Afghanis were like really upset about?
They just all wanted Olive Garden really bad. That's one of them.
Yeah.
Like how
they're hanging on to the plane.
Is like, how are we going to get to Outback Steakhouse?
They're hanging on to the plane like.
Yeah. I need a Big
Mac.
Metal
Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah. That one's not on here.
Oh, okay.
It's a bummer.
No.
So this is from BuzzFeed, which
unpopular opinion probably. I'm not a fan of any of those Roadhouse places.
Yeah, they're on.
Like the one that's in front of
Aldi,
Walmart.
House.
What's the one?
Oh, that one.
Not a fan of that.
Logan's.
Not a fan of Logan's. Not a fan of Texas Roadhouse. Not a fan of any of them.
That's fine. So this is a BuzzFeed article. I hate that I'm even reading a BuzzFeed article, but it has nothing to do with anything I care about. So here are 23 American foods that non-Americans find super exotic and intriguing. And I'm not going to go. So number 1 is Outback Steakhouse.
Outback's good. Technically, it's Australian, but...
Yeah. Well, but it's American.
I know. There's probably not an Outback Steakhouse in Australia.
No. They're just called steakhouses.
Yeah, or something American, like the Wild West Steakhouse or something.
Olive Garden.
I hate Olive Garden.
It's fine.
I hate it.
I'm not a big pasta guy.
I like pasta, but I hate Olive Garden.
Yeah, I like the soup, salad, and breadsticks because you can get some hearty soup and just eat your weight in breadsticks.
Not a fan. I don't want to go to a restaurant and order soup.
True. No, I'm all for it.
I can go get it in a can.
I hear you.
Because
it's coming in just a big 50
it's the
pound.
Same. I almost cussed. It's the same thing.
You almost said the bad word.
Dang.
Oh.
I almost said dang. It's almost the same. It's the same thing. If I go get some Campbell's.
This is why I wanted to read this article because I knew we'd branch off instead of just reading it outright.
Yeah. I hate Olive Garden.
This one says a crab shack where the food is dumped onto the table to share.
So like Joe's or something.
I guess. I've never been to one of those.
I've never either. Fuddruckers.
Excuse me?
Fuddruckers.
Oh. Sorry, children. We'll edit that out. This guy said he just wants to eat from... So growing up watching like New York detective shows, he wants to eat from a hot dog cart so bad.
Fun fact. I ate at a hot dog cart in Alaska and had reindeer hot dog.
That's cool.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
They had like a homemade mustard too.
Did it come from the reindeer?
No. Oh. But here's the funny thing is it was amazing. So it was amazing, right? The mustard was fantastic. Whatever, I don't know how they made the mustard. So like a couple months ago, I was like, man, what was the name of that place? I can't remember. I bet you it's because it was like a staple of Anchorage. Mm-hmm. And so I looked it up. I was like, whatever, blah, 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 blah.
They're out of business, aren't they?
Yeah. Because
their mustard killed a guy.
No, their owner killed a guy.
Oh, well, with mustard?
But yes, they are closed.
No, there you go.
Because the owner killed a guy. And I was like, I freaking stood there and talked to that guy.
Good thing. Well, you're
And
lucky.
like,
You're lucky.
I am.
This person said, I just want to go to an old-fashioned roadside diner. That's in one of those, it's like a bus or a trailer. That's This person said that when they were in high school, their family had a bunch of like foreign exchange students from Germany, and all they wanted was KFC. Because they had grown up seeing sitcoms where they'd bring home a bucket of chicken. And so they went to KFC like twice a week.
KFC's good.
We had it the other day for the first time in a while.
Yeah.
I got the bowl that's like...
Yeah. Man. $5?
Yeah. $5 fill-up. Corn, yes. Mashed potatoes, yes. Gravy, yes. Chicken nuggets, yes. Cheese, yes.
Fantastic. Everything's good about it. And it comes with a cookie?
Well, we didn't get our cookies in the thing. I know.
Freaking.
Anna was way more upset about that than I was.
What the heck?
Number 7 is Popeyes.
Okay.
And this is a person in Germany that said the only one is that there is the U.S. air base that you don't get access to unless you're in the military. This person said Waffle House, which is fine.
Yeah.
One person said, I just want Red Lobster's Cheddar Bay biscuits because they see commercials for them when they watch like American stuff.
I'd be pretty excited about that too.
Yeah. This person said New York pizza, like just on like $1 slice because they see it on TV. Mm-hmm. This person's from Mexico and really wants to see what Taco Bell's all about.
Taco Bell's good.
And they said,
get them to Baja Blast.
She said, but mostly because I want to try a hard shell taco because that's not a thing. That's American.
Oh yeah. And
they said, in my mind, those must be terrible, but I'm willing to be surprised.
I like it. I like hard shell better than I like soft shell.
No, thank you. Now you get one of those where it's cheese glued with a soft shell over the hard shell.
Like a
Crunchwrap Supreme?
Maybe.
Or Crunchwrap Supreme's the stop sign one. That's what I get. Cheesecake Factory. I haven't been to one of those since like middle school.
If you've got 1,000 things on your menu, you're not getting any of them.
You have a 28-page menu.
Yeah, you're not good at any of it.
American McDonald's, of course. Because they said, we have them in the Netherlands, but it's nothing like what you guys have in the U.S. The portions are smaller in the Netherlands. It's more expensive in the Netherlands. This person said, I've seen Zombieland so many times, I just want a Twinkie. A Twinkie. But you can't get them.
We're so privileged over here. We don't even know it.
This person in the... I guess this is Asia, said I'm a vegetarian and a Hindu, but if I ever got the chance to eat In-N-Out burger, I won't hesitate for a second.
I've never eaten In-N-Out.
I hadn't either.
I've heard it's fantastic.
The best.
Yeah.
I don't know. We don't have them over here. On this side of the country.
We ain't got them over here.
We don't.
You're reading. I know, it's just funny. You're reading about.
I'd like one too.
Yeah.
If I get a chance. This person said it's not a specific restaurant, but I want to try soul food really bad. Come on down. We got plenty of that. This person says anything from a country fair or from a county fair.
County fair.
Yeah.
Like big old turkey
that
leg.
they've seen in movies.
Yeah. Hot chicken on a stick.
This person said anything from diners, drive-ins, and dives with Guy Fieri.
Or you could just go on a cruise ship and get his burgers.
Yeah.
Them burgers are pretty good.
Biscuits and gravy.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
From Hardee's is really good.
From the house, man.
Yeah, but Hardee's has got a...
Jack's has a good... It's better than McDonald's.
Yeah, McDonald's I don't like. It's got a weird twang to it.
It's peppery. Real peppery. Yeah. Jack's is good. Don't you roll your eyes at Jack's.
I don't like Jack's. Never been a fan.
This person said White Castle from the Harold and Kumar movies. I've never had. It's just crystals.
Yeah, that's it. Literally, it's Crystal. It's owned by the same company.
Not a restaurant, but I want a genuine Philly cheesesteak. Same. There's those two places in Philadelphia that are across the street from each other that are the most famous ones. Mm-hmm. I want both of them.
I was too busy eating pizza while we were up there to mess around with any cheesesteaks.
This person said a Denny's.
Hey, I'm going to tell you right now, Denny's ain't nothing.
Yeah.
Don't worry about Denny's.
Neither is IHOP.
So,
That's my list of food.
I did some digging on the Anchorage thing. It was MA's hot dog, specialty hot dogs.
Ma's?
It's M.A.
Okay.
It was like Mike Anderson or something. Mike Anderson killed himself in December of 2016 just as he was about to go on trial for prosecutors said giving an 18-year-old woman who worked for him alcohol and sexually assaulting her by touching her inappropriately. So I was like nostalgic about this place. I was like super excited, and then the first thing I pull up, I was like, oh.
You have a couple of rough days in a restaurant.
It's a hot dog cart.
Fall,
it's a hot dog cart, man. It ain't that big of a deal.
Also, like, okay, okay. Everybody just laugh with me. That ain't worth killing yourself over.
No, bro.
I mean, he got a underage drunk and copped a feel. Suicide? Seems like a jump.
It also said he lost his lease on his hot dog. So,
oh well, okay, never mind.
Speaking of going postal, so we're having problems with postal service.
Yes.
Every couple of years, it's the postal service is going to hell in a handbasket.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know a really good way to help out the post office?
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you get some of those like spam, like prepaid mailers,
Keep them.
No.
Oh.
Stuff them full of as much stuff as you can, close them up, and put them back in the mailbox because they are prepaid. So every time it gets sent out, they get charged.
The company that sends you junk mail?
The company that got sent
and make
junk
it really
mail,
heavy.
Make it really heavy because they have to pay for whatever over it is in the mail. So they get charged by the pound or by the ounce
That's
or whatever.
How you get a pipe bomb put in your mailbox.
From who? Like Johnson Johnson's going to come.
Hey. Hey.
I don't think they're that worried about it.
All right.
Yeah. So, fun fact: it's prepaid. Just go ahead and send it back. Hey, write a funny letter if you want to. Put it back in there. Send it back. Helping the post office out.
Yeah. You know Rick and Bubba? Obviously, you know.
Nah, I have no idea who
The
they
show.
are.
Shut up.
The show?
The show.
The show or the people?
Either.
I know the people. I don't know the show.
Shut up. You know Helmsy on the show? So
on the show or in real life? Watch out.
His daughter, or one of
his
his
daughter on the show.
One of his children. He was showing them like, all right, it's the right age. I need to show them how to mail something.
Yeah,
because nobody teaches you how to mail anything anymore.
Yeah,
write the address out, put the stamp on it, and he got his kids to write letters to their grandparents and mail them.
Yeah,
and like write a sweet note. And one of his little kids, put M&Ms in it too, because the grandparents like M&Ms.
Yeah,
and they
sweet.
opened it up. And it was just a bunch of brown. And the letter, she accidentally said shirt without the R. Like, thank you for the shirt. And there was a bunch of melted M&Ms in the envelope.
Oh, and it boy. That's fantastic.
I almost wrecked listening to that. It was a couple of years ago, but that was funny. Not a lot of male humor. So
yeah. I sent, speaking of mistyping something, one time when I worked for a church, I was texting the head pastor of the church, and
one of your poop.
I said
pictures.
No, I said. I was trying to say it was like either it was a good shot or we had a good shoot or something like that, and it, yeah, SHIT.
Yeah.
So I sent the head pastor of the church essentially.
We got some good.
We got a good. We had a good. It was a good.
Oh, that's funny.
And then immediately just was like, "Oh my God,
do you ever
what have I just done?"
People? The complete wrong person.
It's been a long time.
Anna did it not too long ago.
Was she talking about something?
No, she was texting me that like she I was on the truck doing like a late night shift, and she texted me and was like, I miss cuddling. I wish you were here so we could cuddle in the bed. And she sent it to her dad.
She meant to send it to her boyfriend. She sent it to you instead.
Yeah, she sent it to her dad. And he texted back like, I miss you too. But she was mortified.
Yeah.
It was funny.
I
didn't get permission to say that, so sorry, Anna, but I love you. It was really funny, and we laughed about it a lot, so I figure it's okay.
I used to, back when texting was a new thing, you would very easily just be
in
like...
the 80s?
Yeah. You would very easily, like, you would mean to talk about someone, and they're on your brain, and so you put their name... Yeah.
That's dicey.
I've done that twice. Dang. And then after those 2 times, it's like, we're making dang sure every time we text somebody, it's the right person.
Yeah. Lee's a real piece of to Lee.
It was something similar to that. It was pretty similar to that.
That's funny.
Yeah, I think Meg texted me the other day something that was meant for somebody else because she was talking about, like, she was like, oh, Josh is at the station, we'll be there or something like that. And I was just like, okay, cool, I'll see you there or something.
I got a really cryptic one. This was yesterday at 5:50 p.m. I got a phone call from a number I didn't have, and it's a 706 number, which I think is North Carolina, maybe?
I think it's Pakistan.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Kabul?
Yeah.
The airport?
Yeah.
A call, and I was using my AirPods on my computer, and it tried to jump over to my phone, so it took a couple of seconds, and by the time it swapped over, they hung up. I was like, oh, well, that's weird. Because I usually don't answer my phone, but I'm waiting to hear back from Cisco reps.
Yeah.
So I put my phone number, so I have to answer every...
Yeah.
And then like a few minutes later, they texted me, hey, Lee, ... wrong Lee. My bad. And I just gave them the thumbs up. But I don't know who it is. But they know my name.
Oof. Hey, Lee.
Hey,
wrong Lee.
Wrong Lee. First off, there's only
How did you get my number?
First off, there's only like 6 of us on the planet. There's not that many Lees.
There's probably a lot more Lees than that.
706 area code is Georgia.
What about the other one? You can look up the
phone number?
The county or like the city with the other 3 numbers.
Is that what that is?
The first number is going to be like a part of the state, an area of the state, and then the second 3 numbers will be a city.
706-559.
We'll just give it out to everybody.
Well, that's...
Just call them.
Toccoa, Georgia.
Is it? Hold on.
Toccoa, that's an army.
Nah, hold on. I might know who it is already.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So anyways, we'll move on, and then we'll talk about that afterwards.
Amongst ourselves.
Amongst ourselves. Yeah. So I've got an interesting Reddit.
Come on with it.
I've really been really been into the Reddit stuff lately. There's a subreddit called Ask Reddit.
Yeah.
And it's somebody will, just have a question like,
and
hey,
then the community answers it.
The community answers the question.
It's their most popular Reddit feed.
It's pretty popular. This one is ex-deaf people of Reddit.
Ex-deaf?
Yeah. So like you got a cochlear implant or maybe like there was something and they fixed whatever that was.
Got you. A tumor on your ear or something. Okay.
Something like that.
All right.
What was the most underwhelming sound respective to your expectation?
That's funny. A crying child.
Probably.
You're a crying child, sorry.
Some dude in an old thread was surprised clouds colliding didn't make noise.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, sure. Like if you didn't know, you're like this big thing in the air and it hits another one.
Thunder.
Yeah, surely it makes some noise.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
What if that's what thunder is?
It's not.
I know. Just food for thought.
When I first got hearing aids at age 6, I was riding in the car home and first noticed the sound of the car. And then I started rubbing my jacket and realized that my hand rubbing on materials made a sound too. My mom turns around and says, "Stop that. Why are you rubbing your jacket so much?" And I responded simply, "I can hear it." And she instantly started crying.
Of course you did.
Yeah, because who wouldn't?
Yeah.
My 6-year-old can finally hear.
Yeah.
So let's see. My friend said grocery cart wheels making a sound that was both surprising and irritating.
Yep.
So, good job, grocery carts.
I couldn't tell you the last time I got a good cart.
Oh, I don't think they make carts anymore. I think they're just patching them up from the first batch.
I'm talking about a Cal Ripken Jr. run of bad carts.
I don't understand the reference, but yeah.
He has the for the
I thought it was good. I don't know.
He was a baseball player for the Orioles he holds the record for the most consecutive games played.
Okay.
Yeah. Without
so you're saying
I have that
you
long
have that many
of getting carts.
Got it now.
For everybody else, just keep laughing from when I actually said it the first time. I'd be like, that was a good analogy.
Legitimately had
that
no
was
clue.
Good. So just continue to be like, that was good. The first time he said it.
It went straight over my head. Anyways, just a bunch of bad ones.
Yeah.
I haven't had a good.
No.
Yeah. When my uncle got cochlear implants, he spent the whole next day wondering what this constant, obnoxious, ugly noise was. After hours of searching, found it was a clock ticking. He questioned why the heck it needed to make noise. I suppose without having it tuned out, it would be pretty annoying. On a happier note, when he first got them in, he cried with happiness when he realized his brother sounded different than the nurse.
Oh,
so I guess he thought everybody sounded the same.
You know why clocks tick? I don't either, but I'm going to make up a reason. Okay. It's going to make a lot of sense.
Okay.
It's so like you'd know it was working.
Or you could just see the minute hand just moving.
Well, but it's just to know that because you used to have to wind them up and like take a bunch of care of them. Mm-hmm. It was like, hey, I'm working. Yeah. I just made that up. That might be true.
Well, I'm assuming that we just at this point we've tuned most of that out. Yeah,
they tick. That's just part of it. TikTok.
But if you didn't know it and you're just wandering around your house, like, what the heck is that noise?
Yeah.
So that was all of them that I've got so far.
You want mine? These are good. The Would You Rather.
Oh yeah. Anyway, to go back to last week's Would You Rather, I asked
the money.
Yeah, I asked a friend of mine about that.
Not Meg.
No, I said, would you rather be cheated on by an ugly rich guy or a hot broke guy? And then he says, I think you can make poor people disappear easier.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point, Hunter. Good point.
Thought it was Derek, but yeah.
No, it wasn't Derek.
You can bury a McDonald's worker a lot easier than you can bury a bank owner.
Absolutely.
Speaking of that, I got some Would You Rathers for you. And we can just rapidly
bring them on.
Okay.
Bring them on.
Would you
we
rather?
We got plenty of time.
Would you? Oh, we do?
Yeah.
Good. Would you rather? Let me make sure these are. I've got 9 of them. Let me make sure I'm at my 9. Okay.
We need like an intro song to this. Since you
this
have
is
so
like
many
a
Would You
segment.
Rathers. Yeah.
You bring them too. I like doing Would You Rathers because it makes us argue, and then people usually pick your side, which infuriates me. But
I'm the more logical one.
No. Okay. Spend 5 years in prison or 20 years under house arrest.
5 years in prison.
Okay, that sounds terrible, but
it's 20 years on house arrest is better?
You're kind of free
for 20 years. 20 years. 20 years.
You're in prison 5 years. You're probably going to die.
No, I'm not going to die in prison. Prison's not that bad.
You're not going to be worried about your family after 5 years. You're going to be somebody's boyfriend.
No, they'll be
your boyfriend? All right. That's what you said.
I'll find a boyfriend.
All right.
So you're saying you would want to be in prison for 20 years?
I don't want to be in house arrest. I don't want to be in real prison for 5 years.
So you would rather, you cannot leave the confines of your house for 20 years.
Yeah. But people can come in and out? The people I love and care about can come in and out?
20 years.
I barely leave my house as it is.
If you want to win a bracelet, comment which one of the. You can comment below which one of the would you rathers, and you'll get entered into the bracelets too.
Be in mortal danger for 5 years.
You're not going to be in mortal danger for 5 years.
Or kind of do what you want.
You can't do what you want.
You can do some of the things you want.
You can sit in your house. You can watch TV.
Read books. Exercise.
Fantastic. You can do that in prison.
Yeah, and get shivved. Nobody's going to stab me in the neck with a toothbrush.
Your wife might. She's like, I'm tired of you being here. I'm going to shiv you.
Yeah. I'm just going to spend that 20 years appealing whatever put me there and get out early. But I'm going to do it from my couch.
You can't appeal. You
don't know that. I'm making these up as we go. Would you rather have a permanently runny nose or permanently stuffed nose? I'll take runny going away.
Yeah.
Just have a hanky with you.
I think so too.
You think I'm going to sleep with a stuffed nose forever? That would
CPAP can't help that.
That would last a week and I'd lay my head on a train track. It stuffed up permanently?
No. Because you got pressure. I
have
a post-nasal drip now. So I've got runny all the time.
Well, and you know how sick you're going to get all the time because you're going to be a mouth breather? Yeah, no thanks. Would you rather be
Speaking of mouth breather, we were on campus the other day and
those kids
saw just ate me up how pissed off. I was getting so pissed off at these kids.
You were really mad. But you don't usually do that. I drive in that every day.
Yeah. And it was just like seeing like one kid literally had his mouth open just walking down the street. Yeah. Just like the dumbest person I've ever seen.
If he tipped his head back and walked and it's raining, he'd drown.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Would you rather be the person who achieves world peace for 500 years or be the person who cures cancer?
Cures cancer.
Definitely.
Because world peace that's such a fleeting.
And 50 years from now, who gives a rip what I did?
Did you say 50 or 500?
500.
Yeah.
I'm just saying in 50 years when I'm been dead.
Well, I mean, I don't care to take credit for either one, but like
if I cured cancer, I'm gonna be the world president. Yep.
Getting Nobel
also
Peace
the
Prize
Antichrist,
for sure.
but maybe okay.
Bring upon the second coming.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Cure
Lee,
cancer
for letting
though.
me
You know how
go
many
to
people
heaven.
you'd help?
I've seen numerous friends and family members die of cancer. I've never seen anybody die of not having world peace.
Well, you're bleeding over there for Kabul.
Personally, I've never seen anybody.
You could fix all that you're so fired up about. You could
also
fix it all.
Cancer.
None of them over there have
either
cancer.
One. None of them over there have cancer.
Nope.
They got tumors that literally just grow off the side of the face until they fall over one day because they can't hold their head up
That's
no
a
more.
goiter. So you'd rather cure cancer?
Absolutely.
I would too.
Absolutely. World peace is good, but and you're saying it's only going to last for 500 years.
Yeah, but
so that means it's coming back. You cure cancer, cancer's not coming back. You've cured it.
All right.
Kind of like the COVID vaccine.
Yeah. Yes.
Cures it.
Immediately. Forever.
Never have another booster shot.
Yep. And if you don't get it, you're a national terrorist.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you rather lose your best friend or lose a member of your family? Which member of my family?
Yeah, like how far down the line are we going?
An aunt. Or an uncle. Aunt or uncle-esque, like that far away from your immediate family. An uncle.
So still pretty close.
Yeah. We can expand out. This is like how much money would it take for you to do something?
I feel like all my aunts and uncles are at that age where they've lived a good life.
So you taking them out?
Well, yeah, my friend.
Okay.
What about you? You're not answering half of these.
I'm the one bringing the data.
Yeah, but you need to answer the question too.
Well, so according to Anna, a lot of the times I'm a heartless freak. So
that's very true.
I'll go friend.
Okay.
Yeah. Not to lose. I'll keep a friend.
Oh, you'll keep a friend.
And it says best friend.
So me.
Yeah. You're worth more than an uncle.
Oh.
A specific uncle.
You're gonna make me cry.
Not just a normal uncle. Not the one I'm
not
thinking
the fun
of.
Uncle.
The one. Yeah.
I'll let you take the one that's not fun, but if it's the fun uncle, then Josh is dead.
Would you rather lose half of your hair or half of your hearing?
Hair.
Yeah.
I want it.
Yeah.
I can barely hear now.
I can't either.
You take half of that away.
Yeah, y'all think these microphones are for y'all. They're for us. Because I can't hear jack.
Take half of my hearing currently away, and I'm deaf.
Yeah, right.
I can't hear anything then.
I'll be negative 10% deaf.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't even have 50.
Yeah.
And I'm getting
Do
ready.
they have like...
I'm getting ready to cue ball my head anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cue ball, for some reason, I thought was suicide.
I'm going to cue ball it?
I don't know.
No. Shave my head like a cue
Shave
ball.
your head bald.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wear a hat 99% of the time anyway.
It's true.
Yeah. Quit looking at me. You turned your hat around. You jerk.
Oh, I did? My bad.
You jerk.
My bad. You see them?
You got a Kentucky waterfall going on purpose.
I got that mullet.
That's cool, Theo.
Yeah.
Who cut your hair? A blonde lady?
Her name's... Well, not going to say it now.
Did you get it cut?
Sorry.
Did you get it cut in somebody's kitchen?
This was intentional. And I told her I wanted it, so...
Did she cut it in her
Thank
kitchen?
you, Darcy.
Oh, it's old Darcy?
Yeah.
How are her kids doing?
I guess they're fine.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't talk about our kids this time.
That's all we used to talk about.
We talked about them last time. We didn't talk about them this time. This was a shorter haircut than normal. Because normally I've got this amount of hair all the way around.
Over
and we
Darcy.
cut it short.
Yeah.
But this time it was just like take the sides off.
Leave everything else.
Leave everything else.
Leave it be. All right. Have all dogs try to attack you when they see you, or have all birds try to attack you when they see you?
Birds.
Yeah.
I'd
think most people probably would say dogs. There are a bunch of birds that aren't on leashes or behind fences that can actually get to me.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm picking birds are gonna attack me.
You'd rather have birds attack you?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm the complete opposite.
Yeah. Well, see, here's my thought process.
You have dogs, you get rid of them.
No. That's not.
Okay. Sorry.
That's
Go.
not even.
Proceed.
A bird's probably got me once.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's probably gonna dive bomb for my head once. The second time, I got it.
Every bird. Think about the times you walk outside and you see a whole tree of birds.
That's fine. We're going to town. A dog? Okay. No. Stop. Have you seen videos of police dogs
Yeah.
running after and attacking and tearing people apart?
Yeah.
Birds can't do that.
100 birds can.
I'll get in my car before 100 birds can get to me.
That's
You're always going to be on the lookout.
that's an ignorant thing to say, but that's
No,
fine.
you're always going to be on the lookout.
Doesn't matter.
You're always going to be on the lookout.
You're always
You
around
see-
a bird outside.
It's like saying, would you rather have a bear attack you when it sees you and maul you to death every
if you
time
say
you
something
hold on?
like a rabbit, I'm gonna be pissed.
It's the same. Like one is not harmful at all, and the other one, if it gets a hold of you, you're done.
Have you seen birds kill people?
You're getting maimed.
They made a movie called Birds. The
And
Birds.
it's not factual.
Well, no, but in this world, in this reality, I'm gonna read it to you again just to make sure you heard it.
Okay.
Have all dogs try to attack you when they see you.
Yeah.
Have all birds try to attack you when they see you.
Birds.
Dogs.
Birds.
Dogs, most of the time, are on leashes and behind fences.
But if a dog is trying to get after somebody, like I see people walking their dogs up and down this neighborhood,
Yeah.
and normally it's some lady, and she's having a hard time controlling the dog
That's
anyway.
fine.
If the dog wants to get something, the dog's going to
That's fine.
get it.
Think of it like this. Okay, dogs are more dangerous than birds, than crows. Yeah. We'll just say crows.
Okay, crows.
Okay. How many times have you walked outside and your tree was full of dogs?
I haven't walked out many times and my tree's been full of crows either.
But that one time.
Okay, well, that one time you walked past a freaking humane society.
True. I'm
and
not
every
going
dog comes and freaking attacks you.
It would be easier to alter my lifestyle to stay away from dogs than it would be birds.
I don't think so.
Loose dogs. How many loose dogs
We're not talking about loose dogs. We're talking about all dogs.
All dogs aren't going to get to me because they're behind fences or on leashes or in houses.
You don't
I don't mean parakeets and stuff.
understand. You don't.
It's not tame birds. It's all of them.
I know it's all of them.
You'd have to stay. You'd have to live in a bunker when all the birds migrate south. You'd have to live in a bunker. Or you'd get turned to Swiss cheese.
You are saying
in moments.
You are saying when a bird sees you, how often is a bird looking at you?
You don't know that either.
If there's a flock of birds flying over the top of me, they're not like, what is that?
Josh, you couldn't possibly know how many birds look at you.
I know how many dogs look at me.
That's
all
fine.
of them.
Okay.
Everyone I walk past.
Then it's safe to assume all birds do. Yeah.
They're 20,000 feet up. They ain't worried about me.
20,000 feet. Okay, so these airplane birds.
Yeah.
How about the birds? If this were true, I would just wait to walk outside and a humming bird hit you right in the eyeball. And I'd laugh.
That's fine.
And it'd be great.
That's fine. We'll walk downstairs and all three of those dogs are trying to eat you.
I wouldn't be here. And it would be like the purge. It'd be like, this is going to start in 24 hours. And then
You're just going to go back to house arrest for 20 years.
Sure. Till all the dogs die.
Anyways.
And me and the birds will
How many
hang
more
out.
we got?
1, 2, 3.
Okay. All right.
Have your memory wiped. Just you sit here and I wipe your memory. Mm-hmm. Or you become a newborn again, but you know everything you already know.
A newborn.
You'd start over?
Yeah.
I would too.
Because I'm about to make bank.
Yeah.
With all the stuff that I can figure out.
We talked about it the other day. What about Jason?
What about him?
You don't go back in time. You just become a newborn again. Yeah, so...
Because I was like, I'm going to start Apple,
yeah,
which I don't know how I would do that.
You don't go back 30 years. You just start over right now.
I'd be a pretty smart 20-year-old, though.
You'd probably be one of those, a 20-year-old.
Yeah, because I'm 30 now. I've got 30 years of knowledge right now.
As a newborn.
And then I've got another 20 years tacked on. So I got 50 years of knowledge. I'm going to be a pretty smart 20-year-old. They'd probably write about me.
Or you'd be one of those kids that like goes to college and middle school.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well,
yeah.
I didn't go to college. I didn't go to college.
This
I didn't
next
go to
time
college
around,
this time.
Yeah. If you did it again, you'd probably be able to graduate college.
Probably. Or I would just be...
Yeah, if I had my memory wiped right now...
I couldn't do that.
That's
almost anything other than that, almost.
Yeah,
like,
I'll take birds over having my memory wiped.
Yeah, I'll take dogs over having my memory wiped.
So you'd start over as a newborn?
Yeah.
Okay. I would.
I don't think there's any way around that.
Yeah. It'd be, yeah. You get an extra 30 years.
Yeah. If I had my memory wiped right now, like, what am I going to do with myself?
Yeah, go work at Walmart and cheat on somebody's wife. Like what we talked about working at Walmart. Oh, okay. McDonald's. Sorry. Yeah. You could do it at Walmart.
You're really into cheating on people's wives, huh?
Yeah. That's why I'm asking you all these questions. Just kidding, dear. Always need to sneeze but never do. Always need to cough but never do.
Cough. Sneezing, and I have violent sneezes.
Yeah.
And if it was just sitting there,
but you never sneeze.
I know, but it's sitting there tickling your nose, making your eyes water all the time.
And that is a terrible feeling when you do finally sneeze. It's so relieving.
Yeah.
And you'd never get. That's also torture. These end up being when you like one
Which
of them.
Form of torture would you rather have?
Like that would suck though. To like have to hold up, like you'd always be almost coughing.
Or
okay.
Oh, no, not doing that.
Okay, I'm good.
Not doing that.
Yeah,
not doing that.
Coughing.
That hurts thinking about it right now.
We needed a visual. Okay, last one. This one's so stupid. Would you rather have to wear wet socks for the rest of your life or only be able to wash your hair once a year? But you can't shave it. You have to have the hair you have. So you can't like get around it by just
wet socks.
Oh, that's so bad. And now your shoes are always wet.
Yeah, but your hair's gonna be disgusting.
Yeah, but
like oil. I can't stand when it's oily now.
But you'd be like, you'd have to explain like I had this weird thing where I have to wear wet socks, and you'd have to wet them yourself, like dip them in the sink.
I would just assume as soon as you put your socks on, they're just
then
wet.
We'll do that. It's magically wet.
Yeah,
that would suck, dude. Wet sock. You get trench foot.
Probably.
Turn to gangrene, you're losing your feet.
I don't even remember what the other one was.
Yeah.
I just know that's whatever it was.
Never mind. Yeah. Wet socks suck.
Yeah.
Greasy hair.
Oh, yeah, no.
So which one are you picking?
Socks.
You'd rather wear wet socks.
Because I'm weird about like...
I hear you. I get it.
I get weird about oil in my hair now.
You couldn't just throw a hat on it? and just go.
Because you got to think how disgusting would your hats be too.
You'd probably end up with dreads, honestly, because that's how you do dreads. Is you just wash them and roll them.
Oh, that makes me sick.
You could have white dreads.
Dreads make me sick thinking about them.
Wet socks do too.
Dirty hair.
So you'll take dirty hair over wet socks?
No, I want wet socks.
You'd rather have wet socks.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Comment below if you'd rather throw up or if you'd rather die.
Yeah. Would you rather lose your feet in a couple of years from trench foot and gangrene or have dreads? So everybody with dreads, you just called out for being disgusting. Thanks,
Your
Josh.
hair is.
Thanks, Josh.
Your hair's dirty. Your hair's
Thanks,
dirty.
Josh.
Your hair's dirty.
My gosh.
You know your hair's dirty.
It's a style.
Cool.
If you were sitting here with wet socks right now.
I wear sandals most of the time. So.
No, you can't wear sandals. You have to wear wet flip-flops. They'll slide off you all the time. You get everybody's carpet wet.
That's fine.
Ugh. All right.
I just nasty hair.
Yeah.
I can't do it. Could you dry shampoo it?
No, but if you could, that'd be an easy pick.
Yeah.
I'd dry shampoo it on the way here. I have a travel size one. It's great.
Anyway,
74?
74.
We're almost to 3/4
Yeah. Next week.
Next week.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow week. All right, guys, we appreciate it. Thank you for letting us be a part of your homes. Part of your homes. Let us into your homes and part of your lives.
Hey, homes.
Yep. Your Hispanic buddy.
Homes.
That's all I got.
And your butt.
And your butts, yeah.